Hi, everybody. Welcome back. It's the Age Gap Podcast. We are the Latchkey Kids, where
the more things change,
the more they stay the same, baby. Nailed it.
Yep, that was a good one.
Lou, we got a hell of a show today. Why don't you tell us what's going on?
All right. Today we got my friend Memo here from co-owner of Lunabeja Meade.
Yeah. What's up, y'all?
And
What's
a
up,
band
y'all?
member. What's the name of the band?
Yeah. Shout out. We're called Wearaway. Yeah.
Wearaway.
Yeah, man. San Fernando Valley hardcore.
Hell yeah. The best hardcore. And today we are talking about bootlegs.
Bootleg. Now, Lou or Memo, you can take it. What, in your opinion, is a bootleg?
Bootleg for
What do we
me.
get?
Okay, so like the first thing I think of when I hear bootleg, I think of going to South Central, seeing a guy with a blanket.
yeah.
And he had DVDs and CDs. And he had some like DVDs like of movies that were out in theaters.
Uh-huh.
But then he also had like CDs that you want, like that just came out. Like 50 Cent just dropped.
Yeah.
Yes, 50 Cent. But if you're really in the trenches, you would get Fat Jams.
Oh,
and it was,
yeah.
it was just a
Yeah.
burnt CD of like this guy's favorite songs.
Yeah. Yeah. That he
His-
recorded off the fucking radio too.
Yeah, his personal favorites.
Was it fat with a P?
PHAT.
Nice.
And it was just like some chick on the cover.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah, oh my god. Yeah. Just like some like just skanky ass clothing and all that. Just and then it's just like his like early 2000s mix from like Kiss FM or like or from Latino 96.3. Yeah.
Exactly.
K-Rock. Bro, yeah, that's bootleg. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's bootleg. I think of the swap meet. Oh my god, the San Fernando Valley swap meet.
Yeah, hey,
Or,
the famous swap meet.
Yeah,
for
dude,
all
the
Lancashire.
famous. Oh, the Lancashire.
For our
one.
East Coast listeners,
Oh,
we don't
the
really
flea.
have. Can you describe?
Yeah, swap market is basically the flea market, like your La Pulga for my other Latinos from the other side of the
Oh,
country.
La Pulga.
La
That
Pulga.
just wow, that just blew my mind, bro. I didn't know why they called it that. The flea market.
Yeah.
Pulga means flea in Spanish.
Yeah.
You didn't get that?
I didn't know. I never put two and two together, dude.
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
dude. But that's what it is. It's the flea market. Yeah, it's just the outdoor flea market. And the San Fernando one is like, yeah, San Fernando, the Lancashire one out here in the San Fernando Valley is just like fucking the most famous ones. But I was a big fan. Not a lot of people, like very just local, remember the Penrose Sun Valley Swap Meet, the indoor one.
Wait, is that
There used to be a giant cheeseburger.
It doesn't exist anymore.
No,
right?
not anymore. It's a text.
There's
There
a
used to be a giant cheeseburger outside of it and like a giant gorilla, like mechanical gorilla or something like that. Yeah. But that was the spot. It was like this little just confined square of just little tienditas, little stores. But yeah, they had all like every swap meet out here, LA, Valley, whatever. They have the one music store, the one music section that was like, that had the Fat Jams, and then they would have
Hot Jams,
Hot Jams,
92.
yeah, and then they would have like, they'd be playing just the real paisa music, like, but then they'll have like a rockero section of bootleg rock T-shirts. So you'll have you'll have I said, they said, like you'll see like little tiny letters, like the sounds that you're making with it, and then like it'll be like so faded, but on a perfectly black T-shirt, like a brand new black AAA or Pro Club.
Comes pre-washed.
Yeah, pre-washed. Right? Yeah,
With
exactly.
the silk screen.
The silk screen is shit. The silk screen is always shit. That's how you know you got a good, like a legitimate bootleg from like a swap meet. It's a shitty silk screen, like basically like funeral shirt status. You know what I mean? Like that kind of, like you knew.
R.I.P. the homie.
R.I.P. the homie.
It's got
Yeah,
it's got wings going up.
Yeah,
in the head.
exactly, dude. And it's fucking Nirvana.
Hey, R.I.P. the homie. bro.
R.I.P. dog. R.I.P. dude. Oh my god. But yeah, that's what I think of with the bootleg. Like I just go
Kevin?
straight to the swap meet.
Yeah, what's bootleg when you? What do you think of bootleg?
Memo just gave me so many more ideas. I used to live in New York.
Okay.
That we didn't have the swap meet, or at least I didn't know of it.
Right.
But they had like the off-brand like Yankees gear.
Oh, okay.
So it was strictly for like Asian
It was
tourists.
spelled
who
with a
didn't-
J. It was for
Yeah.
Puerto Ricans. The
Los Yankees.
It was just like a big like NY.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't even the layer.
Oh my God. It's like the gas station hats. You know what I mean? Yeah.
We used to have that too.
Yeah.
L and
And
A
A,
next
yeah.
to each other and
And-
not even crossed.
big, bold, or an italic. It was,
Yeah.
That's how it was. So
And then-
they would not get in trouble.
It's always just some like Asian guy when he's like, I've been to New York. It's like,
It's an Asian guy selling it to Puerto Ricans.
Yeah.
Or it's a Mexican or Guatemalan guy who just got here.
Oh,
And he's like, I need to look American.
Oh yeah,
Trying to blend in.
like Born in East LA when they're teaching the Chinese guys how to get over here, how to look Hispanic and act, and they put on like what's happening? Hey, go Raiders, you know, and they get them in Raiders gear and fucking all that shit. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah.
You know what's crazy? 20 years later, that's exactly what's happening, bro.
It's still happening, dude.
There's Asian dudes crossing the border.
Dude, for real, history reshits itself. It's hilarious.
I was watching this video the other day. Dude was clearly from like El Salvador, Guatemala, Venezuela.
Yeah.
American flag hat,
bro.
USA shirt.
Big ass Trump shirt.
High key, they're the most patriotic. At
They
this
really
point,
are.
Los que apenas llegaron, they're the most patriotic somehow because they're like, yo, dog, we gotta
rep the team.
We gotta rep the team. You know,
hey, they
got
let
drafted.
us stay. It's the least we can do.
Yeah, they didn't just come in. They got drafted.
It hasn't been washed in like months.
No.
But yo, let me flex real quick because we were just talking about the swap meet.
Yeah.
So my girlfriend, her great grandpa, he founded like a bunch of swap meets.
Oh shit.
Here in LA.
Oh damn.
And like in California.
It's like a mural of
yeah, right. But what do you call it? So it was like for a while, they ended up selling a lot of them.
Okay.
But for a while, if you saw a swap meet with a bunch of trees in the front,
That was theirs.
That was theirs.
Damn.
One of them being the Santa Fe swap meet, bro.
No.
Yeah.
That's royalty, dog.
Yeah,
That's
that's
hood royalty right there,
That's
bro.
what I tell her all the time. I'm like,
Dude.
you're Mexican royalty, bro.
Dude, you know how much shit happens at that swap meet? Oh my god.
Now, correct me. I've actually, in all honesty, I've never been to a swap meet.
Okay.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, that's how white I am.
Field trip.
He's so white, he's never been. But
Dang.
isn't it you go in and they give you a black plastic bag and you're just supposed to shove like as much shit in as you can?
Maybe certain ones, but I don't
I think, you know what? It's some shops would do that,
Okay.
but the economy made it so that they charge for bags now,
Ah,
so it's a
that's
little
it,
bit
yeah.
harder. But no, I know what you're talking about. I never experienced one of those shops, but I think I've seen it before. Like, I think it's more for like the groceries, like when they have like the outdoor food stalls and stuff like that.
Okay.
Like, I think they did that at Los Callejones, like out
Okay.
there, yeah, out and down, like in LA.
Oh, like,
yeah.
all right, here's a plastic bag. See how many tomatoes you can fit in.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, but
I
honestly,
can see
dude,
that.
like how clean those bags were? I don't
Yeah,
know.
facts. It
dog.
might be reused bags,
reused
bro.
body bags. Fool.
Yeah,
Who
kinda
knows?
Can I ask you another white guy question?
Let's do
Yes, I love it.
The Latin guy at the exit of the highway, where the hell do they get the flowers?
Probably the swap meet or the
Yeah, flower district, whatever
Flower
they
district,
throw away.
yeah.
Yeah, whatever's about to look like go bad, they pick off what's bad. And then they put it together. Or, you know, they're actually out picking flowers or they have a family member that's out picking flowers, like for real, for like
Really?
like a company or somewhere, a store. And they'll like smuggle a couple extra, you know. There's outlets, there's many ways to obtain these flowers.
Because I'm like, flowers
Yeah,
flowers don't have a long shelf life.
No, they
You
don't.
know?
But and
This
that's
guy has thousands of
Yeah.
them.
So if you see him at 8 in, just know he started at 5. Bro.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
no
started.
shit.
Yeah, he probably picked those up at 5 in the morning at
Dang.
some like either like they were about to throw them out or they had extra from the store. They had a homie hookup or something. Like it could be that as well. It's exactly. it.
I admire that hustle
Oh yeah, definitely.
because
dude.
flowers are expensive.
they are very
Hell yeah.
expensive. Yeah,
And they die quick. I mean,
Oh,
anything I
God,
touch
yeah.
dies. pretty
Yeah,
much.
for real. No.
All right, bro.
Oh,
We gotta
man.
get you. This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp.
That's the bootleg Valentine's Day gift.
Yeah.
I gotta go see the homie at
Yeah,
the 101.
On the 101 real quick.
That's the one right there.
But yeah.
But yeah, so you know what else? Speaking of the swap meet, this is
Yeah.
a very swap meet heavy.
Yeah.
But that's where you get all the bootlegs. is the
Honestly,
swap meet.
yeah, that's the hub.
Well, now my mind's going like with the fake jerseys.
Yeah.
that's
That was
exactly
the
it,
shit.
dude. Yeah.
What do you call it? But the word swami,
Mhm.
Swami. Okay.
like a swami.
Oh, like
I feel like that sounds like someone who can't pronounce the word swap meet.
yeah. No.
And a swami is someone who works at a swap meet. So
That's
it's kind of
true.
funny, bro.
Oh my god.
Is that like
Right?
where does that word come from? India? Is that
I
like the
don't know.
dude that had like the
Yeah.
carpet down and he had
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
he
That's
just-
a
he just
Swami. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
fool.
He's in every
he's
video
at the swap
game.
meet.
Oh my
Would you
God.
like to make purchase?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, it's
for
very
real.
interesting because that's kind of like the idea of firulais, like kind of like back to Spanish, but like they would in Mexico, like in Tijuana, like people would have their dogs out or there was like a sign that they would
Nah,
put.
fool. I know what video you
Yeah,
got
you
this
saw
from. That
that?
bitch be capping, bro.
Oh,
she
she's
be
capping?
making shit up.
Thank God. All right, cool. I've
Yeah.
been corrected.
She be making shit up. But this actually I picked up from from my barber.
All right, let's hear it.
She said that the word buckaroo
Okay.
comes from the word vaquero.
No way. Just mispronounced.
Yeah,
Hey, listen here, Bucker.
buckaroo, which means cowboy in Spanish.
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
vaquero
yeah.
is a buckaroo. Hey, they're bucker. Dang, dude.
You just brought up a good bootleg memory of mine.
Okay.
The barbershop, the dude that would sell and like just come into the barbershop and be
Oh,
like,
yeah.
do you need a bike lock? Do you need night vision goggles?
All just
Like,
shit he stole
what the
earlier
fuck?
that day, dude.
But it made it had no relationship to the barbershop.
My
It wasn't-
friend gave me a toaster, a brand new toaster.
If that guy died and a fucking detective had to figure out based off of those items
Yeah.
what had happened, he'd be like, I'm at a
None
loss.
of this is related, dude. None of it is related. You can't. No red line, no red yarn on anything in that room. Like nothing. You couldn't tell where, when, why, or how.
Back in Boston, I was at a Dominican barbershop.
Yeah.
Nobody spoke. I was in a pain. I was just like, whatever.
Best haircut I
sure.
ever
The
got.
haircut was an hour and a half long.
Dang.
Came with 3 shots of fucking rum, dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
There was guys drinking Corona.
Yep.
And then like this guy walks in, he's got pornography, movies. He's like the dude in Legend of Zelda who had the backpack and just
he was running around everywhere and shit.
Oh no,
Yeah.
that was Golden Axe.
Oh,
And he's
Golden
just
Axe. Yes,
like,
gold. Okay, yeah.
It's just
Or that one guy from Resident Evil, like, what are you buying?
Yeah.
What are you selling?
Or like just like Fallout, like let me take these bottle caps
Yeah,
and this
real
bobby
quick.
pin and a comb.
I left there with the best haircut of my life, a switchblade,
Hell
and
yeah.
like 3 DVDs of
Yeah,
porn.
and backdoor sluts 9.
yeah. I was like, you got any Asian stuff?
Yeah. Start naming out just random categories of shit.
He's like samurai sluts. I was like, take it.
Yeah, I'll have that. That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's funny.
Porn? Did you ever was there bootleg porn?
Yeah.
I feel like that was a huge market.
Yeah.
Do you remember the VCR on top of the VCR?
Oh,
and the
hell yeah,
one
dude.
kid had the
One
VHS
had to
porn,
record it.
and he just bought blank tapes
Dude.
and just sold them to every
that's-
boy in the high school.
Now, that's a good hustle right there.
I grew up in the in between, right when tapes were kind of like
Oh,
going
okay.
out,
All
and then DVDs were coming in, and then watching online. Like,
Yeah.
dude, I forgot what I was listening to the other day, and they were like talking about like, oh, when did you guys see your first porn and blah blah blah, and I realized like, I mean, if you're not counting the fucking like Girls Gone Wild infomercials in between
Yeah,
shit
right.
when we were little, like
Yeah.
it was because my buddy had internet before we all did, and he was like, check this shit out on you, like, look at this, and then and that's when you go into that rabbit hole of all just like the really dumb porn, but you're like kids, so you're just like, oh, this is cool, dude, like this is whatever, and then like
Some bitches with monster trucks.
yeah, dude, yeah, shit like that, yeah, just and then like they're trying to act,
yeah.
like legitimate acting. There's a plot, like the Lemon
I
Horse
wanna-
video, yeah.
I want to get one of those girls on the show.
Dude.
I want to be
Like an old school porn
yeah,
actress.
like when I was 12 years old, I really admired you.
Yeah.
Now she's like pushing 60. But speaking of
oldie but a goodie.
Oldie
you know?
but a goodie, hey.
it's a bootleg
Yeah.
porn, speaking of that, for me, we talked about it on one of the shows. It was the Spanish channel. Sábado,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Sábado Chica.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
Zusha, the Brazilian girl.
Mhm.
And
Jesus.
it's just
Zusha.
like,
Everyone remembers that. Yep. Carnival, dude. Carnival.
Every Saturday.
Yeah.
Dude. Well, yeah, and then our weather people.
oh
yeah,
my
yeah.
God.
Like we're oh my god, but we're kind of just like flowing into other categories
Yeah.
outside of
Yeah,
boot.
right.
But yeah, no, but because earlier they were asking like bootleg, like what would you count as like bootlegging? But yeah, like pirating. Is bootlegging.
That was like the hugest thing. Bro.
Yeah.
Remember they had those commercials? you wouldn't steal a car.
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah, I would.
Right.
The statistics show that there are people that would.
Is there a 99% chance that I'm not going to get caught for stealing this car? Well, then, yeah, of
Yeah,
course I'm
dude.
going to steal this fucking car.
The odds are forever in my favor. Let's play, dude. Come on.
But on that note, in college, and I want your opinion on this,
Yeah.
Memo, Napster and Limelight.
Okay.
Where do you-
LimeWire.
LimeWire.
As a musician, you might
Yeah.
have a conflicting opinion.
Well, dude, here's the thing. I haven't made a single fucking dollar on music
Oh man,
anyway. Like, yeah, I mean, like I've sold albums like with my old
you
band.
stole my shit.
Yeah,
Cool.
Like, honestly, you know what though? That it came to a point where people were, they were honored that you pirated their shit.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
that means, okay, cool. They did everything they could to listen because they were broke. Now, you know, you could look at it another way. Like, I know
Lars
you could.
Ulrich.
Yeah, like you could spare $10 to buy my CD, or you know, like if you really support us, you want us to, you know, eat and shit and keep
Mhm.
making stuff. But
Right.
like I said, I grew up in that in between of like pirating was like kind of just becoming a bigger thing than what it used to be.
Mhm.
Because you could, if you were a guy on a corner selling like CDs, or like my favorite example that happened to us was we were outside of Vallarta one time, and this fool was selling tortillas outside of the Vallarta. And I was like, yo,
That is bootlegging
yo,
like
but,
a motherfucker. bro.
but in between each tortilla in his bag were DVDs.
oh.
Shrek 1, 2, 3,
That is sick.
fucking Mission Impossible, the first few Mission Impossibles, like everything that went, or those like those DVDs that had like 5 movies in one, they ripped those and they
Oh,
would throw
those are
that
the
shit
shit.
in that. Yeah, dude, I remember it was like a pack of 25 tortillas, so you'd have at least like half of those were fucking were CDs and DVDs.
I'm not bored or hungry
No,
anymore.
dude, straight up, man. Yeah, that was like if you needed to feed your entertainment, like feed your need for entertainment, and like feed your gut, like dude, you go outside of Vallarta, you could have done that.
Is
That's
it
fucking
Vallarta
tight.
where you buy Tostitas or whatever?
Yeah, it's the Mexican market. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
it's-
it's the
okay.
Mexican supermarket.
Oh,
Yeah,
were you talking about like Tosti Locos or
Tosti
something?
Locos. Oh, okay. Like no,
I
I,
like the
mean,
name.
yeah, Tostitos. Yeah, Tosti Locos. Yeah, you get those at Vallarta. But like for me as a musician, like it's so different now, especially because everything's streamed. Like
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
like we just released our album a couple weeks ago, our first EP.
What's it called?
It's called Stop by
Yeah,
Wearaway.
there you
And
go.
we're on Bandcamp and we're on Spotify and all that. But that's what I said. Like, yeah, we're on Bandcamp. That's where we're selling the CD. But I don't think anyone's gonna buy it because it's 3 songs, and then also we're on Spotify. We're on every streaming
Yeah.
service because
Yeah.
now it's more of the exposure. And then being a musician now, like especially if you want to like make some kind of money, it's all about merchandising.
Merchandising, touring.
Touring, merchandising, and touring. So like we're not there yet because we just, you know, launched the project like for real. We've been on it for a while, but like, you know, that's going to be the goal. So when I see my music being streamed and not purchased, it's like I'm like, okay, you know, like bad. I feel for artists back in the day because their income was off CD sales
Yeah,
like
records.
that. Like I can understand why they were so disappointed and they were so, you know, mad. Metallica and Public Enemy. And it's just like, bro, like I don't know, man. Like they weren't ready. They weren't ready. No one was ready.
No.
one was ready for Napster. No one was ready for LimeWire. No one's computers were ready for LimeWire. I had a buddy.
Sorry, college
Yeah,
roommate that I
oh,
downloaded
I
all
did
of
not have sexual relations with that woman.
No.
Do you remember for like a good month? That
Yeah.
was everything. You thought you were downloading Crank That Soldier Boy,
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it was like Bill Clinton. I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
They always had to put some random drop so that like whoever or whatever federal agent or whoever was like listening to try to bust them, they'd be like, okay, it's not the song, you know.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But then like 5 seconds later, it's drops into the real song. But for me, like a lot of my first LimeWire rips were from my buddy because he had internet. I had dial-up until fucking like end of high school, while all my friends were already on like fiber optics or whatever, like DSL and shit. So
right.
I couldn't even play RuneScape. I couldn't even dude, it was bad. I could only do Google image search. That was the peak of what I could do.
Honestly, at whatever age you were, bro, that's kind of all you need.
No, dude, I was
Image, Google
yeah.
image.
Now that we're seeing how kids are developing now, yeah, I'm kind of glad that that's all I had.
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't.
Right.
Yeah, but with my first set of songs, like there's one song, me and my sister, we every time we hear the Killers, what is it? Mr. Brightside. Not Mr. Brightside, the other one.
When you were young?
Yeah, when you were young. The rip that we got from LimeWire was a K-Rock rip. So in between at the end of the bridge or right beginning of the bridge where he's like, the devil's water. It's the crescendo, like the symphony part is kind of like winding down. And then all you hear is K-Rock. And me and my sister to this day, when we hear this song together, we wait for that. We hear that bridge and just
in your head.
K-Rock. No, we say it physically. Like that's how bad it was. Because that's all the CD we had. That was the summer CD. That was that summer.
That kind of just blows my mind because I think about it now. You think those radio stations and those radio DJs did that because they knew that they were getting ripped? So they're like, let me put a fucking gangsta gristles.
Well, because they've been doing that. People have been ripping off the radio since cassettes.
Cassettes.
Yeah,
I did it.
My dad.
Record. Yeah. I mean, play record. Play record.
Yeah, my dad had a home console that had a record player. It had an 8-track player, and it had the cassette and an AM/FM radio. And he was like, hey, I used to be able to record on this. And I was like what are you talking about, Dad?
Did it have the microphone too?
Yeah,
so
dude.
This one's for you, Shirley. I love you.
Dude, he could have... I wonder if... Because my dad's a very private guy when it comes to like things like that.
But he was just making tapes.
But I was like, Dad, what mixtapes were you making for who? And my mom are like, what did you say in this shit?
Computer love.
But yeah, I do know they've been ripping off the radio since forever, dude. Yeah, since tapes were made. Yeah.
I'll ask you guys another question.
Yeah.
Did you have the CD and tape store in the neighborhood that wasn't affiliated with like Virgin or Tower or any of that stuff? And you went in, tapes were like $1 a piece.
Okay.
And it said, for promotional use only.
Hilarious.
Dude.
And they had,
I was too young to be going into music stores that were like that, like by myself, or to really care. My parents were very just like, you don't need music. Like, we don't need to buy you CDs. You got the radio, dog. Like, dude, my parents were very we're not buying you guys shit. Right. And it was my godparents who would buy me stuff, and they'd be like, they'd take us. We would go because back in the day in Burbank, if any Burbank people are watching this, you remember the Virgin Record store,
Virgin Records
next to the In-N-Out. Dude, that was the shit. I got the Pokemon CD from there.
You just sit there and you would just
listen, sample.
Sample the CD, but you just be listening.
Dude,
you get your listens in.
That was FYE. Well, Warehouse Music. If you guys remember Warehouse Music, that's what it was for me. Warehouse Music that turned into FYE later on. Then
I know what you're talking about. Right
remember
there,
where the Rite Aid was?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was my shit because they also sold video games there that they didn't sell at Circuit City. Wow, dating myself. Like video games and shit. And but yeah, they had the listening tracks, the listening stations, and all that, and they were uncensored too. So it was like you didn't have to worry about because my parents wouldn't buy me any of that shit. Like that was
said, like fuck on it or something.
Yeah, anything that said that was taboo at my place. Like any music with even hell in there was just like, oh, what are you doing?
See, my stepdad, he raised me on NWA, so
that's dope.
Yeah, I did. Our censorship at home was none.
Oh, bro, me and my sisters are just the complete music opposites of my parents. I have their tastes. I still love the music because we do family trips. We would listen to fucking Simon and Garfunkel and the Beatles, and then sometimes Luis Miguel and all that, all the way. But then I had my likes, which ended up being at some point System of a Down, Linkin Park was my first big favorite band, and all that shit. Yeah. So, but we were exact opposites. But I think that's what pushed me to want to listen to this other music and bootleg it and get it bootlegged because I couldn't get it through them. I had to find my own ways to get this music. And it was through my buddy who had internet and no fucks to give because his dad was rich. He could buy him a new computer or whatever if he fucked this one up. I was like, dog, all right, man, that's on you. That's not on me.
Fucking viruses.
Yeah.
You know what you reminded me of? My buddy. His dad had the first computer in the neighborhood.
Right.
And we loved computer video games.
Okay.
So this is how ghetto we were. He would buy blank, remember the 3.5 plastic discs?
Mm-hmm.
The floppies?
Yeah.
Yep.
We'd go to the computer store. He'd open up the games, take out their floppies,
Smart.
and then use their computer to copy it and then put it back.
That's
So
fucking sick.
We had the game. We go and we play 10 games for free.
Damn.
That's pretty smart.
Yeah.
So we never left the store with any magnetic detection or anything.
It was just your own stuff.
Yep.
Dang.
How about this? How about Well, first I got two things. First, for promotional use only.
Yeah.
I moved into a house, and I guess the people that lived there before our family moved in, they worked in like the music industry, or like they put like they worked in like the music department for movies.
Okay.
And so we just never changed their address, so we would just get fucking CDs all the time.
Yep.
Outkast,
Hell yeah.
fucking Avril Lavigne came in, like anything new that came out for like a 5-year span until they finally changed their address.
Yes.
Hey, how come I never got
these CDs?
Yeah.
My buddy
Exactly.
did that for me. He worked at Hulu,
Okay.
the TV station.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
And he would give me like the first episode of like all the shows.
Yeah.
Because that was
Yeah.
they were like, hey, promote this
Oh,
show.
hilarious.
He's like, Kevin, I don't want this crap. And I was like, yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah,
And
dude.
you get like 3 episodes, and you're like,
All right. It's like, I wonder what happens next. Fuck. I gotta cash out on this one.
And they tell you, they're like, don't give it away to anyone. Don't give it away to anyone.
Right.
Of course I gave it.
Yeah.
Hey, you should check this out. It's a cool show, man.
I don't want this in my house anymore.
It's a little sampler trade, dude.
But secondly,
Yeah.
the second thing I wanted to bring up was bootleg clothing.
Dude, I love bootleg clothing.
Yeah.
You know, there was
it's on the
like
docket.
going to like Marshalls
Dude.
or like TJ Maxx, and
Hell
it's
yeah.
like you get a good shirt, you get like a real jersey,
Yeah.
except there's like a thread hanging out.
Oh,
or,
yeah.
or like
We
one
did
one
that.
strap is longer than the other.
But it's like 75% off
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah. It's just it's just like bottom of the barrel, you know, like just like rejected from the factory, and it has like, you know, slight altercation. Yeah, no,
We
I know
live
exactly. Yeah.
for that. Shout out to those in Massachusetts, building 19 and a half. And it was all
that sounds bootleg as
That's
fuck.
yeah, dude. If
You got a half
got a
address.
half address, bro. Like
it was exactly what you said. It was like all the mixed
Yeah.
match shit. Like you get like a size 10 shoe and like a
Yeah.
size 11 shoe.
And then you gotta find the guy that got the other.
yeah. Like, hey, fool, I'll trade you. I'll help you find the other matching shoe. Don't worry, I got you. And then just fucking disappear in the clothing in one of the racks.
I'll trade you your left 11 for my right 11.
Yeah, it was like that.
Hey, fool, this 11 feels more like a 12.
And all the stuff too. It was like timeless. There was no.
Yeah.
It went back to like 1970s. You
Oh,
could
shit.
get like I don't know, Duran Duran T-shirt or
Dang,
something.
okay,
sick.
yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, I mean, does that? Okay, do you know if that place closed down? Or
Pandemic killed it.
pandemic killed it?
No.
But it lasted that long though.
It was before my time.
Before
and
the
just-
pandemic fucking killed
Yeah.
it.
Either that or the
Dang.
owners just
What a
died or something. They had to
Probably
be old, you know?
because a lot of those people that had like those big warehouse stores, what they ended up doing was digitizing their catalog and
Yeah.
making a digital catalog so that you could buy it online. Like a couple of the art stores, like in Burbank, where I go to, like one Hyena, he used to have a really cool like store. But then now, like after the pandemic, I went in and it looked like shit. Like everything was just falling off the shelves and all that. He's like, yeah, no one comes in here anymore. We put it all online. And I was like, oh, well, cool. Because it was kind of creepy though, because you'd had like the best example I have of what creepiness was in there is like they had like a lot of commissioned art, and they had a Ronald McDonald that looked like a Adolf Hitler, like he had the Hitler stash and all that, and like and the McDonald's M like in like a swastika patch and all that. Yeah, it was like the weirdest shit. Yeah.
People are gonna call the show and be like, "Hey, can I still get that?"
Yeah. Oh yeah, I probably just shouted out at like that store in the weirdest way.
Some
Like
fools
yeah.
in fucking Europe, like that's kind of
like,
tight.
hey,
I like
You
that.
need to make trip to America. no, but
Get
for
the
real.
Hamburglar fucking grimace.
Yeah. That exact. Oh my god, dude.
I love when Lou told me the story. He said he thought the Hamburglar was an amigo. because
Yeah, I thought he was Zorro, bro.
Oh, because of his hat.
I was like,
Not just any amigo,
Amigo,
bro.
yeah,
It was the amigo, bro.
dude.
Zorro. I thought that
Oh
was
my
him.
God, dude.
awesome.
Imagine.
It's,
You know, I can see
he's
the but I
stealing
can
those
see
burgers
that,
for me,
bro. Yeah, he's the people. He's like the Robin Hood of burgers we didn't even know we needed.
The Red Robin Hood, bro.
Oh, yum.
Imagine. I have a great idea. Someone's probably gonna steal it. Imagine we did his backstory, like a skit.
Hamburglar?
He just like puts on the mask. And it's like,
My people need burgers.
he speaks Spanish.
They robbed my left burger.
Well, you might be too young, but there was a cop that used to chase Hamburglar, remember?
Yeah, there was. Yeah, I remember that lore. Yeah, I remember that. Those.
Maybe that's why I thought he was Mexican.
Yeah, because he was always being chased by a cop.
They're trying to deport him. They don't give a shit about the burgers.
They don't got hamburgers where you're from, huh? yeah, you're going to have to become the torta burglar.
yeah. Stick to tacos, huh?
Torta bandito.
All my life I've been El Bandido.
Oh man, but yeah, bootleg shirts though, like that I honestly remember my first bootleg shirt I ever bought. And it was in San Fernando, not the swap meet, but literally the strip of San Fernando, old San Fernando.
Where you get like quinceañera tuxes.
Yeah, and there's that one boot outlet right there. Yeah, like the cowboy boot and the sombrero
boot
shit.
Barn.
Yeah, the boot barn, whatever. Yeah, there was a little like shop that had like, just band shirts, but it wasn't band shirts, like music shirts, all that shit. But then they also have like blankets and all that. It was basically a stall that you would see in a swap meet. Finally got a brick and mortar. That's like they made it. Yeah, they made it out. They made it out, dude. And I bought a Bad Religion shirt, the band Bad Religion, the Crossbuster and all that, because they were the only place at the time that sold big boy sizes in those clothes.
Oh, that's what's
because
up.
I used to be a big boy, and I was like, all right, dope. They got a 2XL freaking Bad Religion shirt. Like, let's go, let's do it. And that was my first one, and I had that shit till maybe like 3 years ago.
No way.
Yeah, dude, I love that shirt. That was one of my favorite shirts.
I hate retiring clothes. I feel
me too.
I feel so guilty.
Yeah.
Same.
You served me so well.
Yeah, for real. I know I had to get rid of so many clothes, and I was just like, dude, like, you were so funny. Like,
I literally bought a shirt today because I'm like, dude, I keep wearing the same 3 fucking shirts.
Yeah.
I'm surprised
I'm on camera every week, dude.
No one's called us out on that.
No.
For real. I have seen episodes like 2 weeks in a row. You just so happen to wear the same shirt on the wrong day. Like, fuck, this one don't change.
Yeah.
It's funny though, because I hate shopping.
Yeah.
But now since Memo's been talking, all that stuff is gone. Like I
like having the option.
Yeah. The music store gone.
Took it for granted, dude.
The ripped off malfunctioning clothes. Gone.
Dude.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I still shop at Ross every once in a while. I got to fucking burn off threads and shit.
I feel like Burlington is almost like at par with
it's getting
there because I see some like brands. I'm like, dog, like that was hot 20 years ago, I'm like, okay. And they're somewhat close to that. They're like slightly more expensive than Ross, but like, yeah, I feel like that's where you go for like, I just need a shot in the dark shirt, like I just need a shot in the dark clothing.
I got a job interview in 10 minutes. I gotta get a fucking t-shirt.
Yeah, straight up. That's exactly what they are.
Speaking of bootlegging clothes, you'll like this story.
Right.
So we were like pretty poor growing up.
Yeah.
So my grandmother didn't throw anything out. So she would take the alligator and the lion off the old shirts she would find and then buy shitty like ghetto shirts.
Yeah.
And then sew it on and then cut the label out of the bag so people couldn't expose you.
That's smart. That's love. Crazy. That's love right there, dude. I think, that's making it work.
Oh, she used to make our clothes.
That's dope.
But like, how do you not get caught? Like, I feel like it's easier to just take the whole fucking shirt. Like, how do you not get caught like at the store unsewing the fucking?
No. She wasn't at the. She was in the trash. Like, when
okay.
Yeah, people would just like throw bags of clothes out. And she would go through it.
That's smart though. No, honestly, that's pretty smart. Like you can't not be mad at that kind of grind right there.
Yeah,
that's doing anything for your loved ones too. That's great.
Oh, I got made fun of so bad in school.
That sucks. That's fucking terrible.
Because like this, I only had like one shirt.
Yeah.
And I would get teased, and everything was off-brand. I had the Adidas with the. It wasn't Adidas. What do they call it?
4 stripes.
It was 2.
Yes.
It was 2.
Oh, dude.
When all that stuff was fine, like.
That was us with at one point my mom was like, yo, we're only getting shoes from Payless shoe source.
Oh yeah.
And they always had the off brand, like they kind of look like Etnies or they kind of look like Vans.
Oh dude, remember Airwalk?
Airwalk, baby.
Airwalks, bro.
Airwalk, you know what?
By the time that we were rocking Airwalk, it was not cool.
They were not cool. And that's also the funny thing is too, back then, things that were like, hot shit back then, when they were still kind of like in production. Other brands came out, they got left in the dust, and
one thing that Kevin was talking about that like as if it was cool, and I was like, no fucking way.
What
is bike,
the sneakers.
Dude,
fake
I
Nike,
haven't thought of those in years.
And they had like
Holy
a thick
shit.
ass sole and stuff.
Yeah.
I liked bike.
Bro.
that was hot back then. But by the time we were rocking bike, like fools would be like, "Hey, why you rocking bikey right now?"
Bikey. But dude, no, that's one thing. You know what though? Like me coming from like immigrant parents, that was one thing that they never could understand because like my parents didn't have like the traditional child like upcoming like a adolescent experience like that I'm having. Like I was blessed and very grateful for what I had, but they never got teased in school for shit like what we would get teased in school for shit.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't understand like why we didn't want certain things. Yeah, we were ungrateful little shits technically, in their eyes for that, but I was like, dude, you do not know how bad
Stop
it is.
buying me Skechers.
Oh my god. ¿Por qué no quieres? Why don't you want these shoes? They look so nice. I'm like,
they have lights on them.
No, dude, they drew the line on that shit. They were like, nah, you cannot get light up shoes.
You're
like,
about to fucking blow our cover right now.
For real, dude. And then like a lot of my friends are like, oh, like your parents live in Burbank, like you grew up in Burbank, like you guys should have one. I'm like, no, dog, my parents struggled enough to barely make it in Burbank and give us a good time. Yeah. I was like, dog, like that's why we were at fucking the swap meet. Just making it work, like getting the fake Nike or like considering the fake Nikes. But then sometimes, dude, I was such an ungrateful piece of shit. Sometimes I would be like, nah, I'll just hold on to these old shitty like Nikes that are peeling off or these old K-Swiss that are peeling off.
Bro, I had some Jordans.
Yeah.
Jordache?
No, Jordans.
Jordans, yeah.
The N fell off.
Yeah.
Just a pair of Jordan.
They were just broken off, like, dude, just like the hole. You could see holes coming out. Like they have that weird like you've owned these shoes for 3 years smell, like that kind of shit.
I had that. I had the smile and then I duct taped it.
Oh,
up.
yeah. I recently, bro, for the first time since probably high school, my shoes were talking to me.
Damn.
They were my work shoes. I had to go get new ones, bro.
It was only when like other mothers shamed my mother that we would go shopping.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude, that's rough.
He doesn't have a jacket in its wintertime. He's tough.
Our ancestry.
We come from cold.
we were born in the cold.
Did your parents ever buy shit that was like 2 sizes too big?
Oh my god!
Always. That was gospel, dude. That was like rule number one.
Until it became the style, and then they stopped. I'm like, what the fuck? All of a sudden,
dude, I had baggy.
Now the trap music is out. Now you want to buy me tight clothes? What the fuck,
bro? Oh my god, that shit was hilarious.
You'll grow into it.
I used to hear that all the time. Yep, Mom, my shit's only till right here. She'd be like, I know. Trust me.
I know, dude. At one point, I remember they had to question me like, your feet didn't stop growing. Like if you didn't stop growing, I was like, they did. They're not getting any bigger. And they're like, nah. and then one time, like they got me like a size too big, and I was like, guys, like I haven't been this, like I'm not even close to this. Like y'all gotta chill. And then eventually I started like buying my own shoes, or they'll be like, all right, here's a gift card, like go buy your own shoes.
There's like $5 on it.
Yeah, there's like $5 on it. Yeah, but like my weekend savings on that shit, or like recycling. That was our like allowance. We put recycling together and shit.
Recycling was real easy because my stepdad, man, that fool would crush them cans, homie.
That's how you get the most. That's how you get the most out of that bag of fucking cans.
My mom's over yelling at him like, "Stop drinking so much." I'd be like, "Nah, Dad, hey, keep drinking, motherfucker.
You got this. You got this 12-pack.
Don't listen to her. She's fucking annoying."
Why are you trying to block the well, Mom? Why are you trying to block the well? The water's good.
Hey, she be bugging, huh?
Hey, crack open another one for me.
On topic, we'll do that one, but let's do Mexican beer. What's the bootleg Modelo?
Oh, Tecate. That's what my stepdad used to drink, bro.
Oh, Tecates.
I didn't realize that was the shitty beer until
I don't think I've ever had it.
My dad's friend, who like basically like an uncle.
Yeah.
My uncle would like make fun of him for it, and I was like, "Oh, our dad drinks the shitty beer."
Yeah. That's their natty light, right? Yeah, that's their natty light, dude. That's the Mexican natty light.
That's me.
Oh, and then there's even Tecate light,
Yeah,
dude.
Tecate
Like
light.
that's just salt water at that point.
Yeah,
It's like
facts.
lightly salted water. It's the weirdest shit, but it's great for Mexican beer pong. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. Bootleg, I drink Natty Light,
Natty
and
Light,
all that.
That's the
shit.
bootleg?
Or Rolling Rock.
Well, no, there's other stuff.
Rolling Rock. Dude, I knew things got real bad when my dad started drinking Rolling Rock, bro.
That was when the well was running dry. Damn, bro.
Back on
They about to foreclose.
Oh shit, dude.
Dad, don't go to A.
No.
Back on bootleg clothes.
Yeah.
Were Timberlands ever big out here?
They were.
Kinda.
Kinda. Yeah, like
There's no reason for them out
Yeah,
here.
no,
right,
not
right.
at all. There was no fucking, but that's why they were kind of, well, that's also LA, California. Like West Coast is just like, you don't need it. That's why it's in fashion.
that's true.
You know what was cool back in the day? Lugs.
Bro,
Yeah,
I wanted a pair of lugs so fucking bad when I was a
Yeah.
kid, but guess what I got? Guess what they fucking got me? The Skechers equivalent.
Uggs.
The Skechers equivalent of, no, Skechers.
Yeah.
Actual legit Skechers work boots.
Did you
like
have
that.
that
I
like
got a pair of
platform
Skechers
heel
boots.
one?
Yeah, dude, they were huge fucking heels, and I think I was like in middle school because I was
Mom, how am I supposed to gangbang in these?
bruh, because my godparent, you know what game inspired me to like that shit? You remember?
Tony Hawk?
No, that's why I like my music. I like.
Oh, okay.
That's why I like that's the only reason I'm into like metal and all that shit. Because I was like 6 years old listening to the Dead Kennedys while doing kickflips with my PlayStation.
That's what's up.
Yeah, bro. But no, it was Def Jam Vendetta.
Fuck
Do you remember that wrestling video game?
Yeah, of course.
Come
dude.
on, man.
It was sponsored by Rockaware and Fat Farm. Like it was all of that shit. So that was like the Macy's catalog. Basically, was
Yeah.
Rockaware, Fat Farm. What else? It was
Yes.
there was other shit.
Averex?
With I believe so. Yeah.
Averex with the fucking
Sean
bird
John.
on it.
Yeah.
Sean John, all that shit. Like it was
Dude, that was my whole life, bro.
I was the
Echo
fat-
Unlimited.
Echo Unlimited. That was my shit. I was the fat kid in middle school that had a Fat Farm shirt that said fat. PHAT. That's how
Yeah.
dorky and stupid I was, bro.
Dog,
oh my god.
That was my whole shit, and I would have to wait for my brother to be done with his shit.
Yeah.
I was the hand-me-down
the
king, bro.
Oh, dude, no. I had sisters. They couldn't. Well, one of my sisters, she started taking my shirts later on because she's a rocker. Like,
Ah,
so
okay.
she started taking band T-shirts, or I let her, or whatever. Then I started taking some of hers too.
Yeah. Like these jeans fit nice.
No, I never wore girl jeans. That was the one emo rocker thing I never did. I never wore girl
That's
jeans.
a thing?
Yeah, that's a thing, dude. Like, okay, so
Chick
you see those?
jeans?
That's exactly it, dude. So a lot of these like My Chemical Romance fools, like that kind of shit, like they
So
all.
the joke was real.
The joke was real. They wore women's jeans. They
That's
wore
hilarious.
the spandex women jeans, like the tight jeans.
I used to do a joke about that in like the mid 2000s. There was this trend. It was like Old Navy
Yeah.
made like a khaki that was for him and her. And the joke was like, you shouldn't wear your girlfriend's pants.
Right.
You shouldn't be like, excuse me, honey, do these make me look gay?
It's my turn to wear the pants in the relationship.
Yeah.
Burp.
Like that's the least
It wasn't-
masculine thing.
It was
ever.
it was too early to be inclusive, I guess, right? It was a little too early for Old Navy to be inclusive.
No,
like
we
that.
went the other way with it. We
Okay.
made fun of.
Yeah.
We attacked. Didn't
Dang.
last very long.
Dang. But yeah, dude. We were on bootleg shirts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bootleg clothing. Yeah. But you know,
South Pole was
South
the
Pole.
South Pole was the Tecate of
clothing.
fucking clothing
Yeah,
brands.
lowrider jeans or like the lowrider brand shit. Like you
Oh,
ever see
yeah,
that?
yeah,
At
lowrider.
Sears. Yeah,
What, it
Sears
wasn't Harley Davidson, it was Lowrider.
lowrider.
Straight
No,
up.
yeah, it was like this cholo looking like little like imagine like Cartman with like a like cholo sunglasses on. And
Imagine
like a little,
the Pringles guy if he was
Yes.
banged out.
That's it. Pringles guy is a way better way to a banged out Pringles guy. Yeah, that was the logo for lowrider.
The Mexican guys, you must have seen a lot of like fake Dickies or like some type of knockoff Dickies.
There was the
Nah, fool, you never cheap out on Dickies.
No, well,
fool,
here's the
man.
thing. There's two. Remember, there's two kinds of Dickies. There's the work Dickies, the ones that are just like the old school red logo, and then there's like the Dickies with the horseshoe brand. Those were always more expensive than the other ones. So fools
with
were
the
always
cell phone pocket.
yeah, with the cell phone pocket,
which
So-
was actually for a knife.
yeah, for real. So like these
For your
fools, so
shank.
like that's kind of like I think that's how they kind of differentiated like the straight up paisas or like the working class versus the cholo class. You know, like they wore the you know the emblem, the proper emblem and shit. Unless their sects or wherever they were at, like they were like, okay, whatever Dickies you wear, you just gotta wear
Dockers, fool.
you just gotta wear khakis Bootlegs, and to make sure they're starched so that you drop them and they land standing up
like a box.
And what is it? Nike Cortez shoes?
Nike Cortezes, yeah, they're the most comfortable shoes.
They're
so fucking comfortable, but they're so affiliated.
You cannot wear those out here, bro.
No. Oh, kind of, dude. I saw there. I remember a couple summers ago, I saw a bunch of white people, white people that did not. You knew they were nowhere near a hood, or they had never grown up near a hood, wearing Cortezes. And then I saw like Nike release like these multicolored Cortezes with like felt on them, and not
on Pride Month. They're like, we got rainbow Cortezes,
Cortezes for that one gay gang out here in Pasadena. Yeah,
the gay mafia.
We
did a show on that. The Japanese Mexican.
The Japanese cholos.
The Japanese. Oh, dude, those fools are crazy.
Those are bootleg cholos.
That is a bootleg cholo. That is straight up a bootleg cholo. And what's funny is you could bring those fools out here, and you'll just speak Spanish to them because you're just gonna assume because some of us are very squinty-eyed too. Hey. And they're like, "Hey, what's up?" And then they'll be like,
"Nani desu ka?"
Nani. Oh, and then they're like, "Oh, I thought you were my people." Oh,
hey, fool, what you bang? Noni?
Hey, what you represent?
Hey, what's Noni gang, fool?
Noni. For real, dude. But that is bootleg cholo. That's hilarious, dude. And they got lowriders out there too, right?
Yeah, they got everything.
Damn, but you have to get that shit imported.
Yeah.
Like
they got money.
They bought it.
True. Those, would you say that those are more like the richer, they have more upper class over there that have money to spare and do probably.
If your full-time job is being a fake Mexican, you probably got a little cash.
Yeah,
facts.
Yeah, probably Yakuza or something, or like somewhat affiliated. Like, hey, my cousin, my primo. Exactly. They don't call themselves primo to you, dog.
And your parents are ashamed of you if you're a Japanese.
Right.
Yeah, is that really what it is? Is that I didn't look up on that part, but they
gotta be.
I'm sure. Yeah,
they can't talk about that kid.
Yeah,
like he's
true. Dang, that's crazy.
I don't got a family. You are my family.
Palabra.
I don't have family. I have familia.
What does that mean? Oh my God.
Palabra.
I wasn't gonna make it. But yeah, no, dude. But it's funny because but we would have never known that shit happened unless the internet
thank God
made it. Yeah, dude. Honestly, memes. Well, kind of like going back to like bootlegging things. Like memes have been kind of like the reason bootlegging is like even. I feel like bootlegging is a lot more accepted now, because of the internet culture.
Look at AI.
Yeah, AI, dude. AI is the bootleg of bootleg. They mastered bootleg quicker than we ever did.
AI is bootleg human consciousness, bro.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah, that's swap meet human consciousness.
We don't need people anymore.
No, dude. We just need numbers and patterns that might sound like something people would think about or like create. But yeah, it's funny because memes are the reason why things become, or like anything going viral, that becomes a bootleg shirt. Like with my shirt, like this shit, like Knocked Loose, the band, they have a song called Counting Worms. And in the song, there's a part where the singer, it's quiet, and he just goes, arf, arf, like a dog. And then, if you watched Home Improvement or any of Tim Allen, fucking, that's why I have Tim Allen on my shirt for Knocked Loose. But shout out to Meth Syndicate. They are the coolest bootleg. Like, I consider them bootleg. Meth Syndicate, dude. They are the funniest. That dude makes the funniest shirts in the world. Like, most of my wardrobe now is Meth Syndicate shirts. When you make money, like the first time you start really like kind of like having money to like spare, like you start buying the shit you want, even though it's fucking stupid. Mm-hmm. That's kind of like where I fall with my clothing now. Like okay, cool. Like I have a little bit of cash, like because I remember wanting shirts that I see online. I'm like, I'm not gonna I can't buy it. Like I don't have the money. And then now oh cool, wait, what's stopping me now? And then I just buy all these stupid like band t-shirts or like dumb like meme shirts. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Last bootleg thing.
Yeah.
And then we can get out of here. Chinatown,
bro.
You have to mention the GOAT.
Yeah,
it's the GOAT of bootleg.
You can't have a bootleg episode and not mention Chinatown, bro.
Chinatown.
You get yourself a band tee, a katana,
a passport,
some fucking fireworks,
medicine.
Yeah,
holistic medicine.
Yeah,
dude.
Pornography, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
The fake Louis Vuitton and all that.
Right. Did they have Chinatown in Boston?
We have it. It's bigger in New York, but we have. That's where we used to go as kids for fireworks and porn.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And underage drinking.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
For
hell
us,
yeah.
it was smoking utensils.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Get your
bongs.
first bong.
Oh,
no,
I see.
but they would say, "Oh, it's water pipe."
Yeah, water pipe.
You'd go to the Chinese
an
restaurant and you'd order cold tea, and they'd bring you beer in a teapot.
Wow. What? Hey, yo, that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool, man.
Dang, dude. Wow. I remember my favorite toys that I would get in China. Like my mom, so one thing that I noticed recently in my life, like I kind of look back and I think I noticed that trips that my mom and dad would take us on, whether it be like local or like, like Chinatown or like to Tijuana, there was always one motive to go there, and then like
there was an ulterior
motive.
Right? Yeah.
So then like with Chinatown, now I'm trying to figure out, why were we in Chinatown, Mom? Like you would only go to the swap meet, and that was closer. So why were we in Chinatown? And
fireworks and porn.
Fireworks and porn, yeah. I mean, we're having a lit 4th of July, mijo. Let's go. Bro, your dad's going to be distracted in the other room, and then we're going to have the fireworks going off. He can't say shit. No, she would take us there, and then the offering, we're like, okay, we'll get you guys like a toy or something while we're out here. And then like it was always
that's the hush money.
The hush money. Like, hey,
shut the fuck up.
Don't tell anyone we came here, or tell them we came here for this, you know?
Yeah.
And it was it was always the Dragon Ball Z toys.
Oh, hell yeah.
Or Power Rangers. Power Rangers and Dragon Ball Z were the easiest bootleg fucking toys that you'd find in Chinatown or in the swap meets. Or swap meets would get it from Chinatown and then resell at the swap meets. Yeah.
No, dude, and you know what's funny is if you're getting bootleg Power Rangers, you're probably getting the OG from Japan.
Yes.
Because Power Rangers is a bootleg show.
It is.
Off of, what is it?
Saiban. Or
Sensei or some shit.
Super Sentai.
Super Sentai.
Super Sentai and Gokaiger, like all those old Japanese
and then that got reformed into Power Rangers.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because like it's funny because those shows were only made to sell toys.
Yeah, they were commercial.
Yeah, they were literally because the Megazords and the robots would form together always. Like there was rarely solo ones, and then
I gotta get the full set.
Yeah, and then so that literally it was just them to sell toys, but then also sell bootlegs. You know, those bootlegs, and then but the manufacturers are the ones who sell the bootlegs, so they make the same toy for the actual company.
Yeah.
But then they have like the off colors or like the misprints, you know, and all that. And that's how you get like Power Raymers or something like that. Or Power Raymers or Power Raiders.
They don't
Yeah. Or what is it? Lightning Patrol or some shit like that.
His name is Power Raymond.
Power Raymond. Power Raymundo Raza. Yeah, dude. But that was, and then the fake Dragon Ball Z toys where they had like, I remember at one point, as we were kids, we would always make up Super Saiyan 10, Super Saiyan 12.
Oh, yeah, you just make up a number.
And then eventually, they bootleg those fucking cards or those toys, and they'd make it into those stores in Chinatown and all that. So you'd have like a Goku figure with silver hair that reaches down, wraps almost around to their front. Yeah, literally, that's the kind of shit you get. Or the fake Yu-Gi-Oh cards, the bootleg Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and Pokemon cards that were the stickers. The fucking, the devastation when you peel it and it's a fucking sticker.
Oh, that goes onto the card?
And you're just like, dog, like...
Because it's cheaper to screen print a whole bunch of stickers than it is to screen print.
And then they'll make the names wrong. Like, they'll have a full Exodia in one card and they'll call it like Connectron, the Forbidden Master. Or
this one's harder, bro.
Or like White Scaled Blue Dragon. You know, and then you're just like, fuck, like... Whatever, dude. I'll see if like this other dumbass kid that bought the same cards will notice it's different, and then we'll just fight.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, man. Bootlegging's fun though. I love bootlegs.
Yeah.
I think we'll have to wrap it up here.
Yeah. Sure.
Why don't you promote where we can find you?
Hey, yeah. So, my handle is Memo on Instagram and TikTok, and also find me with wearaway at wearaway band, WEARAWAY band. And we're on YouTube. We got a couple music videos out. And then lunabeja, meade, LUNABEJA. That's where you'll find us on Instagram for our mead. We're still putting things together, and that's honey wine. Shout out to Willie. Shout out to Nate, R and Art in Wearaway. and I hope we'll have shows for you guys to see coming soon, and new music coming out at the end of the year as well.
Beautiful.
Thanks for having me, you guys.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for being here. And if you guys are listening right now on Apple or Spotify, you want to see our beautiful faces, you can catch the full episodes on YouTube at Age Gap Podcast. And if you want to see shorter, faster, funnier versions of this show, you can catch us on Instagram at agegap.pod. And thank you to Founderspace for letting us record here. Thanks for leaving the AC on this time. And if you like the song that's playing right now, Kevin, as always,
Donnie Narco
made it. All right, guys. Thank you for watching.
Thanks a lot. Peace.